Hello guys and welcome back to Pokemon Trivia. Today we're going to be looking at some population stats. Now before I get onto it I wanted to find what population means when we're talking about Pokemon games. Now the population of say a city or a town is represented by, it counts the people that live in that town, so live or are mainly based in that town. It doesn't for example include, when Team Rocket or Team Plasma invades. Those numbers aren't counted towards the overall population stat for that town or village, because that obviously wouldn't make any sense. So let's get on with today's episode, I guess. First off, our first little fact is that every single starting town, from at least one generation sort of thing, in every region always has a population of under 10. Now obviously with Pallet Town in Kanto we have a population of 10 including the player and the rival. If you take them away it's 8. And now in Newbark you actually have, it's 10 in Generation 2 excluding Silver, because obviously he doesn't live there, but then it's 11 in Generation 4 excluding Silver, but you know it's still under 10 in one of the generations, or still 10 or under I mean. And then in Ruby and Sapphire it is I believe 8 excluding the rival and yourself, and then we go down same path really in Sinnoh. I think it's 8 or 9 without yourself and your rival there, and yeah, and then same with November Town in Nova. Obviously not Asperger City because that's a city and it's like 30 people there. So, but in November Town, if you exclude yourself and your two rivals, it is 10, I think, or 10 or under. So that's the first little fact. The second little fact here is the in-game town with the largest population is Nimbasa City. It has a population of 239. Now this is actually including the people in the sports domes, which you know change daily obviously, so but if you don't count them, the population is still 150, which makes it the largest city by population in any game, even more than Castelia City, which doesn't make much sense. However, with Castelia City I don't think that's counting the people that run up and down for example, so obviously if you counted them you might be able to raise it up a bit. And then the last sort of fact we have for today is that in order from highest to low, or lowest to highest, let's go, the maximum or total, population for each region, starting with the lowest, which is Kanto. This is in Fire and Leaf Green. We're looking at the ones that primarily feature the region, so I'm not looking at Heart Gold, Soul Silver's Kanto population, I'm looking at Fire and Leaf Green's. So in Fire and Leaf Green there's 391 people living in Kanto. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver there's 441 living in Johto. In Emerald we have 598 living in Hone. Next up is Sinnoh with 704, obviously from Platinum. And then finally in Black and White, this isn't in Black 2 and White 2 however, because I don't have those facts on me, it was 804. So we can only assume that in Black 2 and White 2 it did actually rise again. So we can assume that Unova is still at the top of the list. So this tells us that as the games are going on, there are more and more people in these games. Obviously because the sort of memory you can store in the games is going up, so you can have more people, more scripts, more conversations, etc. But also shows that Game Freak are getting a bit more ambitious. So will the Kalos region feature more than 804 or even more than that people, or will it just go down or stay around the same? You know, I think it could probably go up since this seems like a fairly large region. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel as well as Tom's and Phil's, and watch yesterday's video if you haven't already. Thank you for watching everyone, goodbye.